Hey my people, welcome from the Great Start Studio where all my dreams are coming true. I built this whole building during the lockdown in order to propel my work, my mirrored kit work, the videos for all of the series. I have all the series that's out on Amazon, but all the videos for all the series, that's every beat from every book. It's like 1,000 pages. It's gonna take me like a year to record everything for these courses. Hey look, if any of this stuff speaks to you, then you're my people. I'm on the search for my people. Maybe it's because I was adopted, or maybe it's because I was an only child. Maybe it's because I'm a freckled little guy. I was the smallest kid in my class. Maybe it's because I've never fit in with any kind of group, whether it was the punk group or the blues group or the jazz group or the metal group or the... I mean, in every way, I've kind of felt like the trunk of my tree. Hey, look, if any of these things that I'm speaking about details and discipline are speaking to you, then you're my people. Hit subscribe or like. Let me get to this here. This is another drumstick video. These are the drumstick videos that I do when I'm teaching. Over there is the teaching area. If you want to see the studio, you can get the pictorial walkthrough. There's a great little video that walks through in a couple minutes the whole studio. These drumstick videos are how I teach. I end up thinking about something in such a way that holding a drumstick and explaining it to the students really helps. Today I want to talk to you about frustration and restarting. Frustration and restarting. So when I was younger and I started playing, I'd be taking lessons. I'd be working on something. I'd be okay. Oh yeah, okay. I know what's wrong. Oh, this is and I would do this acceleration of frustration every time. I'm pretty soon I'm like hitting really hard. I'm hitting too fast, where I'm not really reading or anything. I'm just kind of hitting out of emotion. And then I started to realize something that just kind of blew my mind. The weight of all mistakes is zero. It's all in your mind. There is no weight to any mistakes. So when I see students, and you roll through a couple thousand students, in the 40 years, and you start seeing how people react to when they make a mistake. Like I said, I love that quote that to teach is to learn twice. And when I watch somebody, and when they get frustrated, I go, do I do that? Do I get frustrated like that? I don't want to get frustrated like that. That is not very conducive. In fact, if you could just see all the students side by side like I do, or if they were all in a room, all practicing at the same time, you would see that the ones who go faster, farther, deeper are the ones who don't get frustrated. They're not emotional when they're playing. They're kind of machine-like, and they just restart. Frustration and restarting. There's a bunch of different things in frustration that people do. They'll make noises, they'll get stiff, they'll physically do something. I have students that they'll put their head down on the snare drum. They'll just like hide. They'll just put their head down on the snare drum. They'll spin around on the seat. They'll fiddle with their sticks and drop them. They'll do anything. They'll say they don't like it. If they can't play it right away, they always say, I don't like this one. And you're like, well, you haven't played it yet. You just haven't played it yet. These are the shackles of frustration that get you to keep looking this way. But the answer is that way. So do not allow these habits into your life. Just turn them off. I just literally just went, dude, you have to turn them off. You have to practice turning them off just like anything else, and you just restart. You just restart. That's what we're doing over here. We're just restarting. The race goes to the person who starts the most times. Everyone falls off the horse. You just are going to get on it more times. It's that classic Chinese proverb that says, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. And I don't know why I love it that it's 7 and 8 for some reason. You can pick any number, right? You can pick any number. It could be 700 and 701. You get up at more times in a shorter amount of time than somebody else. Frustration drags that amount of time out. And you just keep putting these commercials in the show, basically. And you're just like, just let me see the show. Just turn these commercials off. Well, the commercials are a distraction to somewhere else. Usually a negative thought about yourself that you can't do it. You just have to remember the weight of all these mistakes is zero. I tell the students when they get frustrated, let's say they're supposed to do something 4 times clean like a recording, as I happen to do the 1, 2, 3, 4s on both sides. They're up to 4. This feels like they're at the end of the race. They've done 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and they've stumbled along. They get to 4, and then when they go 1, 2, 3, and then they mess up in the 4th measure of the groove. And that's where they get, oh man, that's when they get the most frustrated, because they feel like they've gone the whole race, which is only 4, but the whole race, and now they're just blowing it at the end. And you have to get a different mindset. You literally get a different mindset that gets out of the frustration. Instead of thinking, I messed it up, now I have to redo it again, you go, actually, what I did is I did it 3 times correct. 3 correct times went into your bank, went into your memory, your physical memory, 3 times. Now you've got 3 more times to work with than you had. You messed up the 4th one, you just restart because you're collecting correct times. The collection of correct. And so those things are hindered by these frustrations. What you do is you just restart. When I started getting into a habit of just restarting, I like to say that practice is like looking at your feet, and you just know that you have to go that way. All you can see is your feet. You don't know how far it's going to be. You just know that you're trying to get to the beach. You have no idea how far it's going to be to the beach. You just start walking. It could be 2 steps, and you're like, oh, dude, there it is. I'm already there. And it could be 2 days. It could be 2 years. And you just keep walking in that direction. Every step gets you closer, even though it seems like it's so far that you might not get there. You just get rid of those thoughts, all those frustrations. You just keep restarting. And the more you restart in the shorter amount of time, the quicker you can get there, the quicker we can actually get to adding those learning habits in and playing. And I love the drums. It's just a fact. I wouldn't have done all this work if I didn't love the drums. I love the drums for me. I love the drums. I love helping people with the drums. I wasn't going to write the series because I'm so geeked out about my idea here, trying to go that way. But I was like, man, if I could get a system that was the way I wish I was taught out there, that would be so much more effective, a highway. And so that's why I made the series. You want to check out all these videos I have on the mirror kit. I'm just now putting it together, this linear square thing. I'm going to make a video on linear squared. This drumstick video, frustration and restart, just get rid of this in. Just get rid of it. Just say no to it. Yeah, you have to identify it. It's a science. Just like any other thing, you identify it, you go, that's not what I want in my life, because you do not need it. You just need to keep doing it correct, slow, strong, count it correct, and those habits will get in. 3 out of 4 is great. That's great. That's 3 more times, 3 more steps in the direction that you want to go. It's not a crisis. You just have to restart. When the groove falls apart, you just restart. Falls apart, you just restart. I love making these. You know, I'm trying to make these short. I could just talk all day. So, from the great start, oh my goodness. So from the great start studio, back at it.